Pregame.com.
Welcome, Pregame.tv, another week of breaking down games. We're going to focus completely on the NBA this week. We're going to start out with the Lakers and the Celtics. Great game. I am Steve Fezzik here with two-time Cantor Showdown finalist Bryan Leonard. Another week, Bryan, and I know you're happy talking NBA.
I am happy talking NBA, and I can't believe I can say this, but I missed the NBA.
You missed, from the 3 days off.
From the All-Star break. I know you had a play on the All-Star game, but I take that off.
I went with we talked about derivative betting, and I went with an over in the second quarter and got there. And there's nothing sweeter than when a game goes under the total and you cash with a derivative over and you feel like maybe I lucked out or maybe it just got the handicap right.
You kind of talked about that. I know you do a daily podcast, something of that sort, at the website.
Fezzik's Focus.
And you mentioned it that morning. You said, if we get off to a slow start in this game, we could bet the over and get more value, and that was a good call.
Yeah, that really did work out well. And then oftentimes when the fourth quarter rolls around, everyone's saying, they don't play any defense, and that was the time go under the 286. It's
a close game. Yep.
Yeah, if it's a close game, right. Very good. So here with the Lakers in Boston, we talked about how you said the Lakers aren't going to make the playoffs, but you thought the Lakers would show up against the Clippers, and they didn't.
They actually showed up. They just didn't play any ball.
Mm-hmm. Is that just a matter of they're just no good compared to the Clippers?
They're not any good. The Clippers right now are playing excellent ball, other than Oklahoma and Miami, although Oklahoma in the last game didn't play so well. The Clippers are playing great ball right now.
And you nailed that game as well. I and everyone else was on Oklahoma City. And
you could tell they don't match up at all with Miami. If they go to the championship, I'm telling people right now, Oklahoma City's done.
Yeah, I think the fact that they lost the series last year, then they lose on Christmas Day, and then they lose again, maybe the matchups are just too much. But getting back to the Lakers, so the Lakers aren't going to make the playoffs. We're in agreement there. The Celtics, they are going to make the playoffs.
Well, because they play in the East.
Right. And once they go to the playoffs, they're going to win. They're going to win a playoff game?
A game?
A game. One.
What seed are they going to be?
They're going to be 8 or 7.
Well, if they're 8, they play Miami.
They going to win a game?
Actually, Boston gave Miami the better series last year. They match up pretty well with Miami. So, yeah, they'll win a game if they play Miami.
So we got a situation here. It's interesting with the line. The early line has come out. The Lakers are laying 7 in this game. And I think power rating-wise, people are feeling, maybe the Lakers are the slightly better team now that Rondo is out. But certainly not by much, and you got a 7-point spread. It looks a little bit high on the surface of it. What was your first take when you saw that?
I thought it was high. I take a look at this game, and Boston is playing the second of back-to-back. They played in Denver the prior night, so you got that altitude situation. So that's going to have an effect in the line. But you take a look at the Celtics games. 8 of their 13 games where they go into a game unrested have gone under. So they're going to try to slow the pace down. They don't want to play a run and gun type of basketball game. Although with the Lakers right now, I'm not sure they want to run and gun either.
Yeah, the Lakers have had some very embarrassing defensive lapses. Are they going to be able to fix this year with this coach?
People keep blaming it on the coach. I don't think it's the coach's fault. You've had 2 coaches who have acclaimed coaches. It's not the coaches, it's the players. You look at this in other sports. Look at the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, look at that 5-man rotation they have had.
Baseball. I knew, Brian, you're doing Brian's Diamonds. I knew you were going to start talking baseball. I'm going to cut you off immediately here. We're talking about the players. We're talking about, although you can check out Brian's Diamonds at pregame.com. Every day you're doing an update on baseball. But we're not going to break into the videos on that.
Okay, I'm going to wait till baseball season, get you out here to do some baseball.
There you go. I'll embarrass myself. We talk about the players. We talk about the coaches. How about the owner, though? Jerry Bustice. First game after the death, what sort of an impact is that going to have?
Well, that's part of the reason why the line has moved to where it is now. And, we off air, we kind of talked about this with Art Modell with the Baltimore Ravens. They're not a baseball team, by the way.
You can talk about that.
Okay, I can talk about them?
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we find this a lot. players, coaches, owners. And with the owner situation, it depends on how much he is liked. I mean, when Al Davis, there was players crying about Al Davis, even though he's got a bad rap in the publicity. The players loved Al Davis, so you're going to get good efforts in that regard.
Let's look at some of the other situations in this game. Lakers go to Boston. They were doing pretty well on their road trip, had won 3 in a row, got their teeth kicked in. You look at Boston then coming into the break playing pretty well without Rondo. They got that bump up with the initial injury. Now they've got one of their other guards is out for this game as well. You look at the Lakers, and they play the Clippers, and they get annihilated. Now they got a week to stew about it, while Boston has to play in Denver the night before, and the spot absolutely just screams the Lakers. So you can probably see which way I'm going to be going on this game.
I do want to throw something out here at you. I kind of like the under here. You take a look at the Celtics, 11 of the last 12 opponents, they've been held to 100 points or less. You take the Lakers, I kind of already talked about it a little bit. They're not scoring like they had in the past, but a lot of people talk about the value of a half a point and that kind of thing. To their benefit, I'm going to take a look here. The Lakers games, the last 17 Lakers games, only one game has fallen within 6.5 points of the closing total.
Not a good team to tease.
How often does that happen? I mean, it just tells you right now with the Lakers, you never know what you're going to get. You're going to get a good effort, you're going to get a bad effort. And when you see some variance like this, it's just defensively they're struggling right now. But I still like the under here.
Very good. I'm going to make my side play official if I can here. Official play. I said I would not bet the Lakers the rest of the year. They're not going to make the playoffs. I lied. Jerry Buss died. It's the perfect storm here with Boston coming in from Denver and the Lakers having gotten bombed by Boston, then it got bombed by their crosstown rival Clippers. They'll bring it in this case, and I'm a conspiracy theorist. If there's anything that I want to do, if I'm a referee in this game, when the game's dedicated to Jerry Buss, I'm sure to win, I got to make sure that when I call the marginal calls that I don't call the game against the Lakers. I think there'll be some favorable whistles and the like. I don't think we'll necessarily need it, but I do think it's a factor. I like Bryan's under as well. I think maybe we, not only do we go ahead and lay the 7 with the Lakers, we take a piece of the under as well.
And also, you can take a look at maybe Boston under. If you like the Lakers, Boston
team total under, of course. That would certainly be logical since we like the side and the total. Well, I'm happy we're able to talk about a premium game. I know that when we come back here at pregame.tv, we'll be talking another NBA game. Don't touch that dial, but just to warn you, Hornets, Cavs. Well, Mr. Leonard has a winner for us. I'm going to stay tuned. I hope you do too. Check back with us here at pregame.tv.